We're Amplify Student Voice, and here we are interviewing our first guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Juliana Bolton, and I'm a grade 10 student at Revere High School, and I'm also a softball player, and I've lived in Revere my whole life.
What's already being done that makes you feel heard?
Something that makes me feel heard at school is the connection between administrators and students, students and other students, and students between teachers. So the connection between teachers and students makes me feel more comfortable at school in just that environment. And I feel like it depends from classroom to classroom and teacher to teacher and how comfortable the students are to talking to the teachers about specific issues, or their social workers or guidance counselors about something that's bothering them, or how they can get better in that course. And I feel like for me, if the teacher is offering to be more responsive to the student about what's going on or how they can be more assistive, for example, with a problem with their mental health or if they need help finishing the work, I feel like that just makes me feel more comfortable. And I know that if I ask questions, it also helps other students in that environment.
Yes, I feel like our school environment is very friendly, and we do talk with a lot of administrators, and everyone's just very connected in a way. But what do you think we could do to improve it?
I feel like something that we can do to improve that is definitely how the students work towards that. So something that I do is that I try to be as responsive as I can to the teachers so that we can build that connection. And I have a lot of work ethic because I strive for success. I always feel like if I build closer relationships, I am able to complete the work faster and get help when assisted, or when I need it or when other students need it. And I feel like if I understand certain courses more, then I can help other people. So it's just, you have to be wanting to help yourself and other students, and you want to do better in those courses.
Yes, I feel like it's definitely about the effort you put in and how much hard work you put in, not about, oh, who's smarter. It's like, it's all about working together and, you know, being who you are and things like that.
Right, it's a determination,
yes,
and how much ethic you have.
Yes, and I feel like the COVID-19 pandemic, that's a whole situation. For 3 years now it's been happening, and you know, there's been a lot of cases, a lot of a lot of deaths and everything that happened, and it's really affected the school system, like primarily because we've been virtual and we've been working at home, and we didn't really have that in-person connection with students, advisors, and admin and everything like that. And what do you feel like you've been supported through the COVID-19 pandemic?
At the start of COVID, I was only in 8th grade and I was still at SBA school. And I already had those teacher communication levels, but some teachers, weren't assigning work, or some courses you didn't have to complete that work because you did most of it in person anyways. So there wasn't really much to do because, summer was coming up and all that. But once it got to 9th grade, I was super excited to go into high school, start sports and everything, and we couldn't go in, we couldn't meet our teachers, we couldn't meet the people that we were with. And of course, going from middle school to a big high school, from probably around 600 students to around 3,000 students that we have at RHS, it was a big change, and I was excited for it, and we just couldn't go in. But me just trying to complete the work on time and trying to email teachers if I had questions really helped me out a lot, or setting up even private Zoom meetings with teachers, just so that we can understand how their classroom will work online, because I know teachers just assign work, or some just you had to go onto the Zoom, 1 week we would be in, or during hybrid even, during hybrid is when I got really excited, because 1 week if you had a question, you could go in and ask, and then you could build that relationship, but when it was full virtual, it was still a little bit hard, yeah.
Yes, I definitely agree. Honestly, for me, I really like the hybrid model because we really had that break where we could just focus on ourselves for a little bit. It wasn't too much stress where we had to be forced to be on a call, and then we could go back another week, see our friends again, see admin, and build those connections more again. But obviously, everyone likes to be in person. Some people don't, but you know what I mean? That's, based on their opinion. But I feel like it's also been very difficult. A lot of people don't feel like they're being supported in the school environment and system. Do you feel like you're being supported in this system and in the school environment?
Right now, definitely, I do feel supported. I've asked a few questions from my guidance counselor. I've gone to him a few times already. I built a close relationship with my advisory teacher and some of my teachers. Not all of them, but most of them. And I've also learned more about my other peers too, as well. And that just makes you feel more comfortable. But I feel like during the hybrid session, it would be hard to figure out where you're going. That was one point that I forgot to bring up, is that like, for example, we didn't have our freshman orientation, so we didn't get to get a tour of the school, so we would be super confused of where we were going and how we would navigate the school.
The school is going to be replaced soon with a bigger, better, and cleaner school environment, and I feel like relationships will also improve as well. So I feel like if we make the most out of it and we work together as school and community, I think we can improve a lot and work together and build great connections. And I have one final question, Juliana. How can we close the gap between the school and the community?
So me and my parents have this one idea. So it bases around how the school system, like the food system at school, and the homeless outside of the school system in our community can be affected by both. So me and my parents came up with this idea because my dad likes to help a lot of the homeless around our community and right near where we live. For example, giving them food or donating them with clothes, just to like help them out a little bit, like every few days, and it just makes us feel better and like we're giving back to our community. Not even for just like hours or just to like be good on our part and for their part. And this idea that we had was that any food that was left at our school systems can be brought to them by students directly at the end of the school day, so that they could have some food for like a few days, so that, you know, we can help them live and just to feel better. Because I feel like connecting the school with students and them outside of the community just makes Revere seem like stronger, and I feel like that's what we need.
Oh, I really love that idea. And if you have any ideas on how to bridge this gap in our community, please use the email below to share your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you everyone for watching. Have a nice day and see you next time.